Hello friends, let us rewind 2015 from the India point of view. 2015 economics by alphabet. Now let us have a look at India and Indian point of view. First of all, Arun Jaitley, the finance minister of India, the BJP face, a Punjabi guy, talented guy, I like him. We have bullet train that is going to come in India from Mumbai to Ahmedabad. Contract already signed by Japan, the friendly nation, to India. The loan given at a very cheaper rate, followed by B base rate. As you all know, Raghu Ramrajan has reduced it by 50 basis point. I won't say it's the best decision, but still good, better, best. I will say it's a good decision. But further rate cut down in 2016 must be done with a caution. Call drop, my God, a lot of problem. We all know how much problem we face in day to day. Cess, Swachh Bharat, proudly launched by BJP. Bhai, cess, why charge extra for it, man? There is no point of view. We already, hygiene is a part of our daily life. Why raise a tax for it? Then we have crude oil. India is at an advantageous position with respect to the fall in crude oil. It is now at the lowest in the last 11 years. Reason attributed is slowing China, but by reason whatever may be, but India is at advantageous position. Though countries like Russia, Venezuela, and even US, they are at a very pity situation. But thanks to crude oil, we are happy. Indians are happy. Followed by D, the diesel. Diesel is very polluting. Supreme Court has come out with a temporary ban on registration of diesel vehicles. Digital India, launched recently by our Prime Minister. The result of it are still to be seen, but it's a good initiative. Followed by E, the EMIs. The EMI syndrome we all know, because of initiative by Raghu Ramrajan, EMIs have still not decreased. Exports, Indian exports are falling consecutively for the last 12 months in a row. Now Europe is not in that much recession, but still the export front is challenging. But we are still happy in a way that trade deficit is in control, because imports have also decreased, but exports need a lot of focus. We need to focus a lot. Exports need to increase, as it will make our Indian economy more comfortable, will increase avenues of employment. I am doctor myself, so I will suggest medical tourism be given importance. A lot of videos in my library of YouTube where medical tourism articles are there. Followed by F, the FDI. The FDI, there has been an increase in FDI, and the new option is the defense, broadcasting and construction. Recently our Prime Minister went to Russia. Defense pacts have been signed, so there is going to be a lot of production in the defense sector. We are going to manufacture a lot of defense equipments for our army. We can even export to our peaceful countries, so we can earn also. Why only America and Europe, France and Britain should earn from defense equipments export? Even Indians can export defense equipments. Foxconn, it's a technology company from Taiwan, and it was in news recently. Maharashtra has a good relation with Foxconn company, and they are establishing their manufacturing plants in Maharashtra. GST, now we know all GST, what it's all about. It's a single tax. Indians are going to benefit a lot. Inflation is going to be down, but because of political incoordination, lack of consensus, and ego problems. GST is again delayed. I still hope it can pass in this financial year. Let's see. Our finance minister has raised a lot of hopes, and even I am hopeful. GDP, gross domestic product. As per the new norms, the GDP is around 7 to 7.5%. It has been recently downgraded from the aspirational 8.1 to 8.5% which we were aspiring for, but nevertheless it is still better. GMV. Now what is GMV? It is gross merchandise value. Gross merchandise value. My dear friends, please remember GMV, gross merchandise value. Let us learn the new term. As we all know, e-commerce is going up, so are the startups. So gross merchandise value is the effective value of goods traded annually through online shopping. So GMV is increasing day by day. Gold scheme. As we all know, Government of India came out with gold monetization scheme, wherein you put gold in the bank instead of in lockers, so you earn an interest. Similarly, government came out with an idea of gold bonds, wherein you earn interest by keeping money. At the time of deposition, the rates are the 1 week back rates. Around 300 crores have come. It is better than the gold monetization scheme. It has performed better. Now H1B visa. It has gone expensive, man. Those going to US, it has become an expensive thing. IT companies, Wipro, Infosys have raised voice against it. But let us realize the foreigners, that now a lot of foreigners are also working in India, whom we call expectates, especially in the aviation industry. A lot of pilots are from foreign countries. So even we can do the same, but developed countries should look India with a positive mindset. Inflation. Now inflation has gone down. RBI is focusing more on CPI than WPI, as we all know. I salute Raghuram Rajan for it, who is focusing more on CPI than WPI. But food prices are still challenging. Inflation is still up there, and this is one thing which can disturb the peace of mind of the government and the RBI in time to come. Aviation sector is booming in India, though everyone says that investing in aviation stocks is very risky, but Indigo has shown the IPO launched by Indigo has laundered money of around 3010 crore. The IPO has gone well. And now coming to Janet Yellen, a well-known celebrity face now. She has become a celebrity all over the world after the revival in the US economy. She has raised recently the bank interest rates. Kamath, a likable personality. He is now also heading the BRICS Bank. BRICS Bank means Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. They have opened a bank together and he is heading it. Liftoff. The US Fed has finally raised the rates. Janet Yellen, who is a celebrity figure now, just like our Raghuram Rajan. Maggie. There's no need to say anything about Maggie, man. It is back to shelves. But still I will say, my fellow Indian friends, my brothers and sisters, fast food is not good. Especially I will tell to my women folk who, because they are working, have less time for their kitchen. So please avoid fast food anyway. I'm a doctor myself, so I'm suggesting please avoid fast food. Have a lot of idli, man. Have a lot of dosa. They are better, man. Now coming to monetary policy. Monetary Policy Committee Recently, a lot of bureaucrats have been pushing RBI to decrease the bank rates. Raghuram Rajan is a celebrity face. He has a lot of power, but many do not like it. So the government came out with the idea of monetary policy committee, wherein the rates will not be decided by governor alone, but this has not yet been finalized. However, it had created a stir, it had created a controversy. Monsoon this time in 2015 was in news. Pulses, onion, tomatoes, lot of food crop. So we saw how much costly they were. Minimum alternate tax, MAT, popularly known as. Because of this, there was a lot of sell-off from the foreign fund houses. Because of this, finance minister set up the committee. The report given by AP Shah suggests that foreign portfolio investors should be exempted from the purview of MAT. So now the foreign fund houses are comparatively comfortable with an idea. Coming to NPAs, non-performing assets. Now this is a very common term, especially the government banks, where there are a lot of NPAs, non-performing assets. That means those who take loan but do not return. And most of these who do not return loans are big houses. As we all know, Kingfisher took the loan but never returned. This is the best example. And also it is the government banks which have higher NPAs, higher non-performing assets as compared to private banks, and this raises their question with respect to efficiency. Why private banks don't have high NPAs? Why only government banks have high NPAs? The reason is very simple. Government banks are not that effective, not that efficient, and there is lot of corruption. Now coming to net neutrality. Everybody wants net neutrality, which means every website on the net should have equal opportunity when it is searched in the engine. Now coming to onions. No need to say, man. Delhi government had fallen once because of onions, so after that a lot of political parties are conscious. But now why only onions? Pulses, tomatoes, these are also in the limelight. Coming to poverty line. Now the World Bank has come out with a new benchmark that is called $1.90, which is equivalent to 130 rupees per day. Payment banks. Now payment banks, 11 organizations have been permitted by RBI. In such organizations you can deposit, but these organizations cannot lend. You cannot borrow money from them. It's a good idea, because banking is not only about depositing money and lending money. Banking means a lot, but in order to simplify the procedure for masses who only do minimum banking, they just simply deposit money in their saving account or do maximum fixed deposit. So for such people, payment banks are a wonderful idea. Just deposit. Pay commission. 7th pay commission, my god, it's a big topic. I got a wonderful video in my YouTube library, so those interested who want to know more about 7th pay commission can please look at it. Government officials in India are not very happy with the 7th pay commission, because 6th pay commission gave them such a big hike that now they are living in a world wherein they always expect their money, their salary to increase at the rate of 40% or 35% as in 6th pay commission. But dear friends, यार हर बार ऐसे थोड़ी हो सकता है भाई. Coming to Q, quantitative easing. US has stopped. Instead, it has raised interest rates this time. So QE word became popular in the past. Now friends, please forget QE. Now it's a time for Indians to deposit money. RBI has to be also careful with respect to decreasing interest rate further, as US has raised their interest rates. and even Europe is thinking a lot about QE. R Rupee. Now we all know Mastercard, we all know Visa. So similarly, India has come out with Rupee, RUPAY. Please remember, Rupee cards. Now they are contributing to 1/3 of the debit cards online transactions that we do. Recalls. Arey bhai, recalls are very become popular. I don't know what these auto manufacturing companies are doing, man. First of all, they will manufacture, then out of I don't know, it's a marketing skill, a marketing gimmick. They will then recall, then it will come in the newspaper. When the model is launched, you may not come to know, but when it is recalled, my God, it comes. I don't know, it's a marketing strategy, man. Raghuram Rajan, the face I like. Salute to you, sir. You are the role model of many Indians, and so you are mine also. Raghuram Rajan is now asking banks to pass on the rate cuts. He has divided so many things so that now public sector banks have to pass the rate cuts, because since they have a lot of NPAs, so they are trying to juggle their numbers so that they can cover up the NPAs also. But RBI is very particular that please pass on the cut rates. It is most of the time it is the government banks which have high NPAs, so RBI is very cautious about it, and public sector banks can no more bluff the RBI governor. Coming to R&R, the new term which we all should know, and that is revenue neutral rate. It is a rate of tax that does not erode states and the center's existing revenue levels. An ideal R&R for GST is still being debated between the states and the center. So GST has been a lot in discussion. They are looking for a rate so that the state government do not lose the taxes, do not lose the revenue. That's their basic insecurity, and this is the reason why GST is being delayed, beside the lack of coordination and the political consensus. Sensex, S for Sensex, a wonderful term, man, Sensex. So let us be positive, think positive, no negative, man. Sensex, which touched 30,000, is back to around 26,000 at the year end. It dipped over 6% this year. So do many emerging markets. The reasons cited been slow China and the hike in rates of the US Fed rate. SECC, Socio-Economic Caste Census 2011, the first comprehensive exercises about the rural poverty levels in India. It concluded that primary breadwinner in 75% households in Indian villages earn less than rupees 5,000 a month. This is very something to focus on. SUVs, we all know what are SUVs. The Supreme Court has banned registration of SUVs above 2000 cc. That is up till 31st March 2016. USA. Now, USA, we all know Google. So Google, Sundar Pichai, an Indian, the role model of many Indian youth. Salute to you, sir. Indians are proud to have you at the apex of a giant Google. Startups, man, there have been a lot of startups, and this term has become very common. There have been number of startups, and the highest number of startups in the world has been in India, which account for 1/3 of all the startups in the world, behind USA and UK. Coming to T, tax return form. This was recently in news, but many didn't like it. There are a lot of Indians with black money, and they are always insecure whenever such policy initiative is taken. So those who are going for a lot of foreign trips, so they were insecure, and so far it has been returned. Let's see what new policy the government is going to come with. U for unicorn, a class of startups whose valuation based on fundraising is above $1 billion. those who know more about unicorn, please throw some more light. I would like to know something more about unicorn from you people. V for Volkswagen. This is one of the popular icon we all see on auto vehicles. It's a well-known Volkswagen, German company who cheated everybody, and there are around 3 lakhs vehicles in India alone. So it's not only the image of Volkswagen that has fallen, it's also the image of Germany which has gone for the dogs. So the image of Germany has fallen because of Volkswagen. Vivo is a company of China. It has replaced PepsiCo when it comes to IPL 2020 cricket. I don't watch so much of cricket, but dear friends, why watch IPL when there is so much of controversy, so much of black money, and so much other things? Let's concentrate purely on cricket with respect to India. WTO, World Trade Organization. The Nairobi conference has remained deadlocked for so far. Nothing very much conclusive has come out. Xiaomi is a Chinese smartphone maker. Our Honorable Ratan Tata has taken it. The plant is going to be set up in Andhra Pradesh. Yuan, YUAN, the currency of China, though it has devalued recently, but it has made inroads into IMF. It is now one of the reserve currency. To get into IMF, China had to do lot of policy initiative so as to bring transparency in their currency, in their policies, because IMF had raised certain policy initiative before China can get seat into IMF with respect to reserve currency. Mark Zuckerberg, salute to you too, sir. You have been in news for so many reasons. The one I am mentioning right now is he has donated around 99% of his wealth. Philanthropy. This is one thing where Indians are lacking. Except for Wipro Premji, who has donated so much of wealth. Salute to him too. So let's wind up. So the faces in 2015: Arun Jaitley, Bullet Train, Call Drops, Diesel, Pollution, PM 2.5, PM 10, BRICS, Mr. Kamath, Maggie, avoid fast foods ban. Again, I am repeating a doctor's advice to you all people. RBI Governor, Mr. Raghuram Rajan, salute to you, sir. US Fed rates. Sundar Pichai, salute to you too, sir. In Indian at the apex. Volkswagen, never do cheating, man. Always remain in good books. Mark Zuckerberg, a philanthropist. Okay, bye, man. Enjoy the new year.